I just did file an amended initial brief in my case against the state attorney of the Fifth Circuit in Florida. The appellate court struck my initial filing because the appellee complained I didn't follow the rules, which I didn't, but I'll never understand all the rules, not being trained and too old to learn them all. But they gave me 3 days to refile, and I spent a couple days on it, and I refiled it. So last time I was talking about writing, and don't know if I mentioned the case, if I'd updated the case. I've refiled the initial brief. I filed the amended initial brief on Thursday, June 27th. Sorry, I just did this video and I was hacking and coughing all the way through, so I had to start over. This thing about the genital cutting is two elements that I was thinking of most recently. One is it's a meme. It's a cultural meme. A meme, according to the original definition of the writer Richard Dawkins. And you see, when you're in it, you have no concept. And I think this is true of young parents and deciding on circumcision. Don't give it a second thought, because it's like, it's like putting on clothes in the morning before you go out. It's a meme. So, and the other thing is Ordinary Men, the book, trying to figure out how everybody goes wrong like that. That was about the Nazi participants of World War II. The older Germans that were already grown at the end of World War I, one of the stories they tell is they didn't have anything to eat because of reparations or whatnot after World War I. And so the first thing Hitler did was get them a regular food supply, which everybody wants. And then, nobody has the big picture. A foot soldier doesn't have the big picture. Also, there were some older guys recently at a museum tour somewhere in Germany, and they started challenging the tour guide. And, we were fighting Bolshevism coming out of Russia and that type of thing. So everybody had a different perspective. Hitler was the one that picked the Jews as the national enemy for, you've heard him go on about that. But all people are the same. That's why this intactivism thing is in no way anti-Semitic. It's just, it's about the human rights of the child. Doesn't matter who you are, most of the heavy hitter intactivists are Jewish, and Judaism has given up a couple dozen of their mitzvot, their rules over the centuries, because they just timed out. They just became antiquated, like genital cutting is. And then you have to add into that that 90% of the circumcisions in the United States are done at the behest of cultural Christians. I'm guessing 90%, but the vast majority. So there's not a whit of difference between people. You just have to give up the relics that under the modern law don't fit, not even close. So it's a meme. Its time has passed, and it's and ordinary men have not yet recognized it as such. There was probably a few other ideas I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember them now. And I'll post the amended initial brief in the description box of this YouTube video. I'll post a link so you can read it if you want. Let me see, pause for a second. Yeah, this is not my usual fare when it comes to housing. My sister and brother-in-law are at their summer cottage, and they allow me to come and use their house. Good, nice place to do some reading and writing. The other point I wanted to make was that in order to break through the meme, in order for ordinary men to understand what I'm talking about really, is that to watch the video. So I'll also post a video, even though it's on my website near the top. I'll post it in this video of the infant circumcision procedure. If you can watch that and then not understand what I'm talking about, then you're a good subject for prosecution and life in prison. Or I should say, after reading Robert Sapolsky, the neuroscientist who just released a book, Determined, or within the last few months, I would say. It's not about having life in prison. It's about being quarantined until one is judged safe to re-enter society at large. Because I kind of agree with Sapolsky's point that, you get the frontal cortex that you have. You didn't give it to yourself. You accrued it through first the eons of genetic evolution, and then the hundreds of years of culture, and then, of course, the mix from mother and father and the growing through gestation and early life. And the frontal cortex apparently continues to develop until about the mid-20s. But so you didn't give yourself that. Even the person the doctor who swore an oath to first do no harm, and oh my God, surgery is supposed to be the last resort for anything, and now he's putting somebody in 4-point restraints, doesn't have their consent, and he's doing elective surgery on them. So that person is at the very least, there's something wrong with his frontal cortex. Good rote learner. Well, I might have expounded on that some more in the amended brief. So there you go.